So I went through and did one final pass through all my makeup and decided that I do have a handful here that I want to declutter before the end of 2017. So I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, hopefully in time before the end of the year, but if not, it should be right at the very beginning of 2018. So let me pull these out and show you what I'm decluttering, and I'll give a little reason as to why. So I'm going to start off with the face primers just because that's the first step that I would do. I have two of these MAC Prep and Prime primers, and I've had a full size of this Skin Base Visage or whatever it's called right here. I've had the full size of that, and I just had like a pack of these that were sent to me. It was some kind of code, and you got like 5 freebie samples. So this is where these guys came from. So I'm gonna pass this one on to my niece. I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't feel like it did anything, honestly. So this one, it's gonna go. And then this one, it's in the same kind of packaging, but this is called their Natural Radiance primer, and this is in Radiant Pink. I thought this might work. I used this once. It's a pink shade. It's like a white, very pastel pink kind of color, and I just don't feel like it does anything. It doesn't leave a radiance on the skin. It doesn't make it look glowy or anything. I just feel like I'm putting more lotion on my face, but it doesn't absorb in as nice as my lotion, so I'm probably just going to pass this on to my niece as well. She'll probably like to try out some MAC products. This one, I don't recall using it. This is the Glam Glow Volcasmic Matte Glow Moisturizer. I don't remember using it, but I think this one came from the Sephora Play box, and there's a little dip out of this one, so obviously I used it once. I don't remember it. Maybe I just watched it on my hand or something, but I have dry skin, so I'm probably just going to pass this on to my niece or my daughter or something, see if they can use it, but I can't use this with my dry skin. This one is the 100% Pure BB Cream in number 10 Luminous. So maybe you can see here on the package, I just had this sitting flat in my kind of foundation and BB cream drawer, and this has essentially exploded. As you can see there, it is everywhere. I didn't even drop it or anything. I don't know how that happened, but it pretty much just exploded. So while this is open, I'll show you. This is so dark. This is the lightest shade that's available, and it's way too dark for me. As you see there, it doesn't look too bad, but when I blend it in on the skin, you'll see it's just way too orange for me. I mean, I can make it work. I can bronze up the rest of my skin and stuff and make it work, but that's a lot of work for this product. It never dries down. It always stays kind of tacky, and I'm just not really impressed with it. I do have a get ready with me first impressions kind of video. I've tried this out a handful of times. I've tried to make it work so it's not so much of a chore to use it, and it kind of has a funky smell. It's just not right for me, that's all. I love some of the 100% pure products, but this one is just not one that I enjoy and not one that's worked for me. I don't know if I finished saying my thought there, but I'll link that video, that first impressions video, up in the cards and in the description box for you. I also have a NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector item right here, and I've been trying to hit pan on this for a while, and I've just kind of given up on it. I don't think the formula is very consistent. I really have to have hydrated skin before I apply this product, because sometimes it's just super dry and flaky and it looks really crepey and scaly underneath the eyes. I like the color of this product for a corrector, but it's really tough to work some of the product up. You really have to warm it up on your fingertips, and that is it right there. I have the shade Fair, and I like the shade, but I have a Tarte corrector that I think I like a little bit better, and that's more of like a creamier consistency than this one. It's just a little dry some days for me, and with my dry skin it just doesn't work. So I would probably hit pan on this if I kept using it for the next couple months, but I think I'm just gonna let it go. I just don't enjoy using it. I don't like to reach for it. I'd prefer to reach for something else, so this guy is gonna be put in the trash. I also have two ColourPop Super Shock shadows here, and I did read on the website that they say not to keep these over a year, or they start to dry out over a year, their expiration date or shelf life is a year, and I've noticed that these have dried out considerably. They're really flaky. I can still get product up on my fingertip, but they had dried out. I've already had to toss one of them because it had entirely dried out. It was flaky and chunky and fallen apart. I tried to put some Inglot Duraline in with that one, and it was a hot mess. I think that was included in my eyeshadow declutters. If I remember, I'll put it in the description box for you. But the two that I'm decluttering, this one is So Quiche. right here, and this one's pretty. It has that duochrome shift, but when I put it on the eyes, you can't really see that pinky purple color that's in it. I did a swatch right here. That's it there. It really just comes off as kind of like that taupey green sort of color, and it's not a very pretty taupey green. So this one, it's very flaky. It doesn't feel the same as it used to. It's not really a soft texture. You really have to work into the product to use it, so that one's gonna go. And then the other one is in Cricket, and I like this one just a smidgen more. I hit the pan on this, but these do move around quite a bit, so it's easy to hit pan in them. But that was Cricket, and this is the swatch of Cricket right there. It's pretty. It's like a taupey purple, but I just was not using it obviously enough to have it used up within that year time frame, so this one I'm gonna let go as well. I think I still have two. One of them is really soft and creamy still. I didn't actually open that one up very much, so that's probably why. That one is in Fringe, and then I think I also have I Heart This, and that one is borderline ready to be decluttered as well because it's starting to dry out a little bit, but not as bad as these. I do have one little quad here. This is one of my Clinique quads that I've had in the past, and I was saving this for a while, but I'm just ready to let this go. This one, I was saving it because it has the Buttered Toast Duo, which is these lighter two shades right here. I just don't reach for it. I haven't reached for this in probably 2 years. I did use a little bit out of this shadow right there to mix in with one of my shadows from the Naked palette when I created my Franken shade. So I did use a little bit out of here, but I'd prefer to just let this go, pass this on to somebody if they want it. If not, just get rid of it, because I've had it around for a couple of years now, probably 2.5 years at least. So I'm gonna set that one aside. I have one mascara. It's just a little like sample travel size. This is the MAC False Lashes Extreme Black Mascara. I don't like this mascara. I don't like the brush. I don't like the formula. I don't like anything about it. Even with my lashes being as long as they are with that Grande Lash Serum on them, that I just don't like this mascara. I can't stand the wand on it either, so this one's just gonna go in the trash unless my niece wants it. I haven't used it on the eyes. I just don't like that mascara. I do have one product here. This is my Anastasia Brow Powder Duo. I have the shade Brunette and Dark Brown. This is the packaging that mine is in. It's a very old product. I probably got this 8 years ago or something. This was in the products that I wanted to finish off for 2017 by the end of the year, but I just didn't make it. I barely used it, so I wanted to hit pan on this side and finish off that color there, but I've just had it around for so long, I prefer to use a scroll up brow pencil over a powder, so I'm just not going to use it. I might kind of scrape out the product that's in here since it's so old. I do like the little mirror that's on here, and I might just repress something else in here. I'm not sure. I really like the compact. It feels really heavy duty and sturdy and everything. Like I think this is actually metal, but I'm gonna let it go. It's been around for long enough. It's run its course. I've used it as much as I want to. I do have one lip product here, and it's not the formula that I don't like, it's just the color. I picked up the wrong color. I don't like the shade. It's just a little too light for me. So I'm probably gonna let this one go and just repurchase the one that I enjoy. I picked up one of these Bare Minerals matte liquid lip colors in Smooch. This is one of their Gen Nude matte liquid lip colors, and this is just so light. It looks kind of dark actually in the lighting here, and it's like the perfect pinky nude kind of mauve shade, but way too light for me. It blends right in with my lip color. You can't even tell that I'm wearing it. It's coming off really nice here, but it's just way too pastel of a shade. These smell so good. I do have one in Slay that is essentially clear in the bottle. I've used it so much you can't even see. There's just a little bit of product left down at the bottom, but the entire tube of it is clear. I've cleared the entire thing out. I've worn that one to death this past year, but this one's just too light. I've tried mixing them, but I prefer Slay on its own, and if I put a little bit of this in, then it doesn't lighten it up enough. I'll probably just repurchase Slay in the future. I do have my eye on like Juju, I think is one of them, and Raisin and Swank, I think is the other one, but Smooch is just too light. I have a couple eyeliners here and then I'm done. So I have one liquid liner. This is the Ico London Skinny Liquid Eyeliner in black. I don't like this. It says it's precise, smudge proof, and pitch black. I even tried this again last night to make sure that it wasn't something that I just come up with in my brain, but I don't like this product. This one specifically, it is like a felt tip, and it's easy to like apply it if the product would come out a little bit easier. It's just hard to get in the inner corner. You have to go back over it like 5 or 6 passes to get it black enough. It's never like a crisp black line. It's kind of like a wobbly, uneven. It's just not fun. And then once it's on, it's really like if you touch your eye at all throughout the day, you'll just wipe off the liner. It doesn't ever really set on my eyes. It's kind of strange. I don't know if it's just this little guy. I do believe that this came in a Birch box. I don't know if the full size is any different. I do have the fat version of this. They have a skinny one and a fat one. I have the full size fat version, and it works like a charm. I can't believe that these two products are so polar opposite when they're the same product, you know, but that is a swatch of it there. You can hopefully see it's not like an opaque black line. You can kind of see my skin through it, maybe you can see that. I don't know, but it's just not worth the hassle to go back over your eye liner about 5 or 6 times to deal with it. I have this one here. This is the Maybelline New York Unstoppable Eyeliner in Onyx. I think this came out of an influencer box. I like the idea that you can roll this one up and back down, and it'll go back down. Some eyeliners won't. And I initially thought that I would just use this in tight line with it, and that's how I would use it. But this is not black. This is like a charcoal gray sort of black color. I don't know if they have one that's darker, but this line right here, that is a swatch of it. It looks black there, but compared to like the liner I have on today, it's not. It's just not a good formula. I find that if I try and put this in my waterline, it's out within half an hour. So I'll see if maybe my niece or my daughter want that, but otherwise it's going in the trash. And then I have 3 purple eyeliners. I'm just getting rid of them. There's an issue with all 3 of these. I would really like to either get a gel purple liner that's super pigmented, opaque, stays in the waterline, doesn't move, doesn't budge, won't fade after half an hour or an hour, but these, they're not cutting it. This one was cutting it. This is the Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes pencil in 11L, but I do believe that they've since discontinued these and they came out with the Aqua XL kind of version instead of the Aqua Eyes. So I did a little swatch here, and it's dried out quite a bit. Like the pencil in here, I can feel it wiggling. Like if I move the pencil, the purple pencil part, it's shrank a little bit, and so it'll wobble in here. It's just dried out a bunch, but that is the top swatch right there. You can see it's not even opaque anymore. It's very see-through. You definitely have to do a couple passes. I really have to work this into the skin, and even then it's like, what is that? So this one, I was trying to finish it off before it completely dried out this year, but it's just gotta go. It's at the end of its life. This one, on the other hand, it's very creamy, glides right into the waterline. This is the L'Oreal Silkissime liner in pure purple, but the problem with this one is that you have to go over it 5 or 6 times. It's that middle swatch right there. You have to go over the swatch or else it's not opaque either. So I don't know if it's just a purple thing. After about half an hour, this one will just be almost completely out of the waterline. I could wear this as like on the skin area, like underneath the bottom lash line, but it fades under there too unless I set it with a purple shadow, and I'm just not into having this be that high maintenance of a product. So this one's gonna go. The last one is the NYX Slide On Glide On pencil in Jewel. And I love the color on this one. That is the bottom one there. It's got like this metallic sheen to it, some little shimmers, and that's the problem. I would like to wear this one in the waterline because it's so pretty, but with those little shimmers and stuff, I don't want to put this in the waterline. So unfortunately, this one's really beautiful. I'll probably pass this one on. This is relatively new. I'd say it's probably like a year, maybe a year and a half old, but I could just sharpen it up, see if my niece or my daughter wants it, and that's it. So I'm probably gonna dispose of the majority of these, pass on just a couple. Anyway, those are all the products that I'm decluttering out of my stash for 2017. I'll leave all of my other declutters down in the description box for you guys if you wanted to open that up, check it out, but that's everything. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.